So COVID impacted it quite a bit. I mean, we knew that supply or demand would be down a lot because for our show in particular, Annie and Gilbert, about 90% of our audience is from tourists. And so we knew they wouldn't be coming other from Atlantic Canada. And Anne of Green Gables is more popular with international travelers than it is Atlantic Canadian travelers. So we had to adjust to a smaller show. And the only way we could have done it really is with the supports, the COVID supports. So the wage subsidy and some of the provincial supports. Without that, we couldn't have got on stage. So ordinarily we hire 41 people to produce Annie and Gilbert. It's a big show in a small place. And we charge $70, $80 a ticket, and we get it. Because it's a big show in a small place that has great pedigree. It was the best-selling show in the history of the National Arts Centre of Canada when it ran for a month there a few years ago. This production on a big stage. So it's a big operation with a big price. This year we had to drop the price a lot to $30. We had to drop the seats to a third and reconfigure the show into an idea that was a celebration of just the songs. So we didn't do the show. We did the songs of Annie and Gilbert, including songs that were never in the show, that were dropped from the script because they didn't fit the plot or something. So you got to see a slightly different product, but we did that with only 10 people. So there's 30 jobs lost, or the way we like to look at it, 10 jobs gained, because there was a powerful argument for not doing the show at all. Why did we have those 10 jobs? Because of the COVID-19 supports. So that's the difference between last year and this year, plus the length of season. We usually open April 28th and run until October 23rd. This year we opened July 28th. When it became apparent the bubble was going, the emergency wage subsidy was working, all that stuff, we thought, okay, we have the conditions. If we have those same conditions next year, we'll be able to operate again. Depending on what happens. And when I went to the National Theatre School of Canada, I didn't take any courses in infectious diseases. So I don't know what's going to happen, but nobody does. But if the conditions are the same and the financing conditions are the same for next year, we'll do the same thing. So one of the things that the COVID-19 supports provided was for us to be able to do live theatre. Again, live theatre that only one other place in Canada was doing in Thunder Bay, and they were doing it outside. So when we opened on July 28th, there was 50 people in the room that who love theatre might have watched all kinds of live streams from Stratford and Shaw and everywhere else that had no live audiences. The audiences were alive, but they weren't live audiences in the theatre. And what we noticed was the electric anticipation. The first note was sung when those 50 people were there, and the place exploded. Usually places explode with enthusiasm at the end of a show. This summer they were exploding with enthusiasm at the beginning of a show, because it's something that is loved in our culture, and particularly in Atlantic Canada is the live performance and the interaction between audience and performers. So we provided that, and they gave us a ton of energy, and we're really, really grateful for that, and really grateful for the COVID-19 supports. You could argue that half of Atlantic Canada's heart beats with live entertainment. It's just so intertwined in everything we do and in our history. So to keep this going, to keep live entertainment available, to have audiences to do what they do, and to people to enjoy their own culture, whether they're performers or not, it's almost essential to the well-being of Islanders and Atlantic bubblers and beyond. So COVID-19 makes that possible, and it maybe helps us be who we are.